Hi y'all, Tracey Tries a Long-Haired Girl here. Popping on real quick, not on a normal day, but popping on real quick because PJ over at PJ's Thriving started a weight loss tag, and I was tagged by Kim over at Girl on Her Phone. I apologize, I'm looking over because it's on my computer, and yeah, I should have put it up someplace else. Anyway, okay. Question number 1. What was your heaviest weight ever? Honestly, I don't specifically recall, but I remember it being over 200. And for those of you that don't know, I'm 4'10". So my 4'10" body and 200 pounds did not go well together. What is your ideal weight or size? What I'm striving for right now, is about 135. And I say that because I was around that when I got pregnant with my oldest. And I was, for the most part, I was comfortable there. So I'm going to kind of see how it goes when I get closer to that. So, but my in-between goal, I guess you could say, is to hit 152. That's the weight that I was when I gave birth to him. So that's what I'm shooting for right now, but ultimately it will be 135-ish, depending on how I feel when I get there. What eating or diet plan are you on? Right now, I am actually kind of combining two different things. I'm doing Weight Watchers, but I'm also counting my calories and trying to focus on my portion sizes, and my protein. Right now, because I think that I was under eating a lot for a while, and I want to try to combat that. So that's what I'm doing. Because I figure if I can hit my calorie range and my points range, that I will be doing what I need to do. What has been the hardest part of losing weight? I will say in the past I have gotten very frustrated with not being able to keep up with things. I get very overwhelmed by all the things that I feel like I have to do. So for instance, this week, I know meal prepping is very, very beneficial, especially for me. Even though I am working from home right now, the fact of the matter is I can't always stop what I'm doing and go put something on the stove or fix an entire meal from scratch. It's just, it's not feasible. So what I do is, like today, I'm having leftovers from last night's dinner. But I had actually fixed a soup on Monday, an orzo and vegetable soup, so that I could have that on Tuesday and, a couple times throughout the week. But I made that on Monday while I took a lunch break, or actually before I took a lunch break. I cut all my vegetables up. Then all I had to do was go put it in the Instant Pot. Yesterday, I cut some vegetables, opened some canned beans, rinsed some lentils, and threw that in the crock pot. Tonight will be a little more complicated because I didn't take the time this morning to cut my vegetables, but I'm doing a cheese lasagna. It's going to be higher in points, but I've already logged it. I am within my points range, so I'm good there. and my Caesar salad, so I'm good there. But I know what I'm having, and I feel good about that. So like tonight or in the morning, I will get my vegetables cut up, so, get them washed so that all I have to do is put my dinner together relatively quickly. And that's beneficial for me, but I've been doing it either the night before or the morning of, and that tends to work for me right now. Ultimately, if I have the time, then I would love to be able to stop on a Saturday or Sunday and meal prep. But this past week, I got sidetracked with all of the organizing that we needed to do. I'm still not finished, not by a long shot. But you can see my pegboard back here, where we started getting this set up so that I can work on my crafts on that side of the office, and I work on this side of the office. What is the biggest thing or issue that you've learned about yourself since starting your journey? Well, I'll be honest again, y'all, I have been on this journey for a hot minute. In all honesty, I started this journey before my husband and I got married. It's kind of been in flux for many, many years. I wasn't focused on the plan the way I needed to focus on the plan. And, honestly, life gets in the way sometimes. But some of the things that I'm learning is if it's a trigger food for me, and I do this for my husband as well, if it's a trigger food and we know it's a trigger food, we portion it out. Like, my husband loves gummy bears. I mean, loves them. He can sit, the small bag that you get at the store, he can sit and eat one of those and not realize he's eaten them all. So I portion them out for him. So he has some gummy bears, like we get a bigger bag, and I portion them out for him. So he'll get a serving every day that he can have for, snack or whatever. For me, I portion out, like right now, I've got my lentil taco soup in there. That's what I'm going to have for lunch. I have my cheese weighed out. I have my sour cream measured out. I have my black olives. I weighed them out because I love black olives. Anyway, this is one of those things that I know that if I start getting lax on that, I'm going to get lax on other things. So I try to make sure that I do those things, do the small things, because those small things help me to kind of habit stack, I guess. So I know that I keep doing what I know I need to do. So if I don't do one thing, then if I don't do it one time, I'm gonna keep going with that. It's like the snowball effect. How do you handle your sweet tooth? Okay, it kind of depends. I really need to make myself, my intent for this week was to make like some muffins or something to have, like some dark chocolate out of the Kodiak protein mix, but I haven't. So a lot of times what I do is I will allow myself, especially if it's portioned out, I will allow myself one serving. And then I don't go back. Sometimes that's very hard. That's part of why I didn't make my mother's candy this year, because I have a hard time stopping at one. And it was just us. I didn't want to make a big old batch of candy and then try to eat it all. Let's be honest. But otherwise, I will have a small portion if it's something that I don't have often or something that I really want. So yeah, like for my birthday, your girl's gonna have some cake. Okay? How do you stay motivated to keep moving or working out? Right now, I am working back toward my 75-day challenge. I am on day 3 right now. My last 2 days have been good. I was below on my calories, but, I was within my points range on Monday, but I still, I managed to hit that. I've been doing the things that I need to do in that regard, and I find, again, that if I get up and I move a little bit more, even while I'm standing here, you're on my standing desk right now, so even if I'm standing here, I find myself walking more, because I'm standing here. Why not? So that helps. Otherwise, like last night, for instance, I was hurting really bad. My back has been hurting and giving me issues a lot since my fall on Christmas. But I iced my back for like 30 minutes, and then I actually got down on the floor and did my PT exercises that they gave me when I was going through physical therapy. Y'all, I'm sorry about this lighting, but I feel like if I move you, I'm going to be completely white, and I don't want to close the window because then I can't see the birds, and it's really nice outside. How do you track your food intake? Well, right now, I'm tracking it on, I track bites for calories and looking at my protein goals, so the macros, and then I'm still on Weight Watchers, on the Weight Watchers app, so I track on both. It can be a little tedious, but I feel like right now it's necessary. And that may change. I don't know. That's what I'm doing right now. How long have you been on this weight loss journey? And I said that already, but I'll repeat it. I started this weight loss journey before my husband and I met, and we met, it will be 13 years, end of March, first part of April, because I had just celebrated my birthday when he and I had our first date. So, yeah, I've been doing this kind of super focused, not so focused, but for the last 13 years. But honestly, I've been doing this since I was in high school. I had a weight issue. For those of you who don't know my story, I was a very, 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 very skinny child, like very small. Wore size 3 toddler clothes when I was 5. So I was very small. Not that I'm tall now, but you get my point. Then I changed schools between 2nd and 3rd grade, and rather than dealing with it because I didn't know, I was in 2nd grade. I didn't really know how to deal with those feelings, so my fear, my anxiety, I ate it. I did. I ate it. And then I got overweight, so I went from being the very small kid that people were afraid to play with because I was so small to a heavier kid, and so I was being made fun of for that. So yeah, I've been fighting this battle since 3rd grade, honestly. So yeah. What is your goal for 2021 concerning my weight loss journey? Honestly, this year, I want to get to goal. I want to see that 135 number. I've said it before, saying it again, I will be 50 at the end of March. And I do not want to be 50 years old and weighing 200 pounds. Not that I'm there right now, but I know how easily that can creep back up, and I don't want that to happen. My mother had health issues that could have been better controlled, or she could have made different choices, but that is what it is, and I miss her and I love her greatly. And I hope she would be proud of what I'm doing. But my goal ultimately is to see that number and that size, and to feel better in my own skin, no matter what that number or that scale says, because that's what I want. I want to feel better in my own skin. And besides, I'm hoping it'll help all the aches and pains that I have going on. So, anyway, thank you, PJ, for starting the tag. Thank you, Kim, for tagging me. And hopefully she'll have time to do it. I left my tag open yesterday, so she was able to get her video up. But I'm going to tag Jen over at Embracing Chaos with Jen. I am looking forward to seeing your answers. I know that we've probably done several of these, just in the time that I've been on the YouTubes. But I enjoy these things and enjoy getting to know each other a little better. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a great day, y'all.